arrested attempting to divert U.S. flight. Yeah, that's what we see there on the Punch newspaper. And then we're still moving on with some of the headlines now quickly. And this one says, Trump plans mass deportations and birthright citizenship. Trump plans mass deportations and birthright citizenship. And on tax reforms now, Akume plays down Northern opposition as Senate meets AGF. Marketers begin direct loading from Dangote refinery. And of course, to some more now, Tinubu others congratulate Mahama as opposition clinches Ghana presidency. Syrian rebels oust Assad and 60-year family rule. And then to some more headlines now. Let's get down to some national stories and then political stories alongside. Let's see. On Anambra 2025, Moghalu vows to tackle insecurity, restore confidence. Moghalu vows to tackle insecurity and restore confidence. APC searches for peace as crisis persists in 7 states. PDP National Working Committee rejects Ugo Chinyere's explosions by Imo chapter. PDP expels Ugo Chinyere over gross indiscipline. And of course, then Bianca will bring value to Tinubu's administration, says Soludo. NNPP insists on Kwankwanso's expulsion, warns against blackmail. Nasarawa Labour Party unveils Directorate for Mobilization Integration. Adamawa APC sets up reconciliation team, vows to reclaim state. And the last one here, PDP BOT to meet Wike January, berates National Working Committee. All right, let's leave the Punch newspaper and visit the Nation newspaper this morning. Nigeria has $100 billion failed mega projects, says Ibrahim. Nigeria has $100 billion failed mega projects, says Ibrahim. Tinubu hails Mahama on return to power in Ghana. Fleeing Syrian president family granted asylum in Russia. And then Assembly seeks unity for development. Bagudu Aliyu, why tax reform is transformative. Actually transformative. That's what we see right there. And let's see if we can check on some more political stories now. Governor Aliyu has changed Sokoto's shocking water narrative, says Masido. On 2027 governorship now, it's not the turn of Ogun Central. On tax reform, bill will tackle poverty, increase productivity, says Osun APC chieftain. Group seeks Tinubu's intervention over plight of the Ishekiri. Let's touch on some more now. Delta APC field, party chieftain slams Emeno's committee, and Abiodun now, a push for infrastructural development. Okay, everyone, can we leave it there now and visit Vanguard newspaper this morning? Check the time, 7:07 a.m. One of the big headlines here reads, wait for 2031 presidency. SGF, Akume tells Atiku and Northerners, wait for 2031 presidency. SGF, Akume tells Atiku and Northerners. Okay, I'll take that again quickly. Wait for 2031 presidency. SGF, Akume tells Atiku and of course Northerners why Naira is in massive recovery race across all markets by bankers. Why Naira is in massive recovery race across all markets by bankers. Okay, how non-appointment of ambassador is haunting Nigeria That's according to an envoy. How non-appointments of ambassadors in Nigeria haunting us. Is according to an envoy there. Let's check some latest information quickly on Jay-Z now coming again. Jay-Z accused of raping a 13-year-old girl along with Sean Diddy. Okay. Couple begs UK court over deportation as wife claims IVF unavailable in Nigeria. Couple begs UK court over deportation as wife claims IVF unavailable in Nigeria. Okay. How non-appointment of ambassadors is hurting Nigeria, says envoy. Navy deploys warships, helicopters to boost oil production in the Niger Delta. NIN modification. Nigerians narrate bitter experiences as banks NIMC trade blames. Nigeria's HIV and AIDS epidemic, a call to action, is a piece you might want to just grab and get to read it and find out all there is. Now, police mess, put them in the dock, is another one again. Tackling corruption in Nigeria, a battle for national development. Everyone, let's check some political stories now. Wait for 2031 presidency. SGF Akume tells Atiku and Northerners. In Ondo now, Ondo Guba, 17,000 INEC ad-hoc staff protest on paid allowances. 17,000 INEC ad hoc staff protest on paid allowances. Let's move on. Tinubu, INEC, ECOWAS congratulate Ghanaian president-elect John Mahama. And then Ghana's ruling party candidate Bawumia concedes defeat, congratulates Mahama on victory. Syria's ousted President Assad family arrive in Russia, granted asylum. Okay, let's see if we can touch on just a few more before we leave here. Now, to airports now. DSS with no business searching passengers' bags, says Kiyamo. DSS have no business searching passengers' bags, says Festus Kiyamo. And on tax reform bill, Senate committee meets with AGF tomorrow. Sits today. Alleged fraud. I was invited to assist police investigation, not arrested, says Pastor Bolaji Do. The narrative is changing quickly, right? That's what it is. Marketers may lift petrol from Port Harcourt refinery this week, says Ipman. And then finally here now, on tax reform bill, Serap urges NAS to access human rights impact. 712. Everyone. And then we move to another newspaper, the Guardian newspaper. Controversy trails alleged baby swap negligence at Lagos hospital. Controversy trails alleged baby swap negligence at Lagos hospital. Police declare 68-year-old woman missing in Abuja. NAFDAC warns bakeries to stop using saccharin bromate in bread. 1 dead, 2 injured in herdsmen youth clash in Gombe State. Katsina spent 3.2 billion naira on scholarship allowance. That is according to the deputy governor. And then let's see if we can check some more. Engineer nabbed over illicit drug consignments concealed in pressure machines. Police recovered 2-month baby stolen from Port Harcourt in Abuja. Whoa. Stolen in Port Harcourt. Seen in Abuja. Police recovered 2-month baby stolen from Port Harcourt in Abuja. Border Patrol foils 280 cases of human trafficking. Intercept 218 truckloads of foreign rice. NAFDAC urges sachet alcohol makers to comply with ban. NAFDAC backs herbal medicine, insists on clinical trial. On Yuletide now, NAFDAC advises Nigerians to avoid alcohol and and toxic juices. Please tell them, tell them, on drug war, French government to support NDLEA. Okay, let's see. Navy assures adequate waterway security during Yuletide. Okay, 7:14 a.m. is the time, everyone. And let's see if we can touch on another newspaper quickly. Yeah, let's trust Daily Post for some more headlines. Cross River local government personnel abandon council headquarters over accessibility challenges. On Dangote, Port Harcourt refineries, Nigerians voice out frustrations amid high fuel price. On 2027 presidency, I have asked him twice. Showumi reveals Atiku's reaction. I have asked him twice. This is Showumi saying. Real reason Naira is appreciating massively against the dollar. CPPE says. Now, to 2025 now. 2025 wheat farming. Governor Namadi orders arrest of Jigawa farmers chairman. To some national stories, NIMET predicts 3-day haziness, cloudiness across Nigeria. To Syria now, Joe Biden reveals next action from U.S. as rebels take over government. On tax reform, Tinubu responsible for stiff opposition to bill, says Segun Showumi. Okay, let's leave that and then visit Daily Trust newspaper this morning. Presidency now, North should wait till 2031, says Akume. Dry season farming suffers as dams infrastructure collapses. Lawan donates 10 million naira to Yobe fire victims. And then let's see if we can touch on just few before we move. On presidency now, not should wait till 2031. It's coming again and again and again. How rising costs push medical treatment out of reach for Nigerians. Okay. All right, everyone. I will touch on some more. All right. Yeah, I'll touch on some more. But then this, in case you're just tuning in, this is Voice of the People 90.3 FM. Okay, everyone. Feel free to join the conversation this morning. Just go there and check up VOP 90.3 FM and then to the search bar and just type VOP 90.3 FM. Okay, then to the comment section and let's get your thoughts, your opinion, and everything. Okay, now we're streaming on all of our social media platforms too. All other ones. Thank you. Please do join us quickly this morning. The number to send your messages is 08171756338. We're now being joined by Rufai Oseni this morning. Beautiful morning to you and welcome.
You see, let me start with a joke. The joke was told by somebody. The person was praising Ghanaian elections, saying that they have learned a lot from Nigeria. And I looked at him and laughed. I said, the same Nigeria that till today they've not told us what made up the glitch, only at the presidential election. So Ghana has done way better than us because also the people of Ghana stood firm. And the man that is making the joke said, Ghana learned from Nigeria. No, I think Nigeria should go and learn from Ghana. You can see the way elections were concluded. It wasn't that people didn't try to rig. In fact, there was a lot of burnings, a lot of destruction, a lot of violence. But the people stood with their ballots. And they stood firm. And they said never. And they were unanimous. And even, you heard what Bawumia said. Bawumia said that when he looked at his own internal electoral numbers from their own electoral HQ, they knew that they couldn't have met up with the race. And you see, the elections are not over. It's just barely about 3 million votes now. But you see, the gap is already widening. So these are the things. When are we going to learn? When are we going to learn? And the people's vote did count. Look at what's it called? I think it was Ashanti region or something. Frimpong, the owner of Salt FM. Salt FM was shut down before the elections. A lot of things happened in that region. But Frimpong finally emerged as an independent candidate. And those are part of the thing. So when Mr. INEC chairman is saying that Ghana has learned from Nigeria, we don't still have independent candidature in Nigeria. He knows. So what is Ghana learning? I mean, Nigeria should go and learn from Ghana. As an independent candidate, Frimpong came out and he won. So these are the conversations we should have. Why is it that we can't get it right if Ghana can do it? And we saw all of that.
Are you saying the election was free, fair, and credible?
In Ghana, I'm not sure you didn't hear what I was saying. I said there were cases of violence reported.
Okay.
There were discrepancies, but the people's mandate stood. It stood so much that even they are barely counted up to 1 million votes when Bamia conceded. Less than 24 hours he conceded. So in an election where the opponent conceded in less than 24 hours, don't you think if he saw that they were regularity, he was not going to challenge it? Don't you think so?
Okay.
But he knew the process was likely very credible. That's why he conceded less than 24 hours. Barely 1 million votes had been counted when Bamia conceded. Barely 1 million votes had been counted. On both parties, I got 1 million. It is just now that they are getting 2 million. In fact, now they are hurrying up the Ghana Electoral Commission.
Of course.
And they are simply, in 72 hours, get this final result out. In fact, it was, what am I saying, sir? It was barely, the polls closed daytime in Ghana. It was barely 10 hours later that Bamia called Mahama and considered. And he now came to give out that press statement when that he had considered that based on his own calculation, there was no way he was going to give it. And it was the popular guys. People were fed up. People bought the mantra. People that were interviewed on TV bought the mantra of the 24-hour economy that Mahama wanted to bring. So you know that was election reaction. After our election, what were we talking? We're not talking about technical glitch that INEC has not told us to. They will consider technical glitch.
Up until now.
Till now. As INEC told us what consider technical glitch. So please, if Nigeria will be sane, people will have to learn lessons. It's not here that all sorts of people do all sorts of things. Secondly, the case of Air Peace and FCCPC going on, Kiyamo made a very strong point, which, yes, I know there's a role for an anti-competition chief and all of that, but the other made a strong point that anything that comes to the aviation sector should be able to come through stable. And that's the argument he's making. I think we should hear Kiyamo out of that. You know. Because if he's making that argument, yes, FCCPC is saying, oh, there's uncompetitive pricing with Air Peace and all of that. And he says he can explain better what makes up, an airline ticket and pricing and all of that. So there's been going back and forth as regards that. What other story making the round? See, all hegemony must fall at some point. Bashar al-Assad family, his father first for over 60 years, for close to 60 years, were the strongmen of Syrian politics. In less than 2 weeks, he has fled town. There was a state report that came out of Russia that he's in Russia seeking asylum.
Yeah.
This was a family that destroyed the fortunes of other people. All the people in prison over the years were being released. Pretty much reminded me of Bastille. You know what happened in Bastille in France? That's why till today, the Fête Nationale, the national holiday, the national day in France, is called Bastille Day. That was the day they opened the famous Bastille prison, the dungeons, where they had kept all the people, all political opponents and all sorts of opponents against the state. And they had been repressed towards the French. So the very first thing that happened when the French Revolution happened was that they opened up Bastille. So it's called Bastille Day. So that's what happened. All the great prisons in Syria opened up. Bashar al-Assad had to run away. It shows that you can't last forever. And that's why don't do wickedness to people. Whatever the hegemony you have built is going to end someday. And you know why that happened? Because so-called people that they thought were their allies failed them. Russia had a war they were fighting, so they couldn't fight to defend Syria. Hezbollah too had their problem. Iran too having their problem. So all of their partners couldn't defend them. It was left to the slaughter slab. So once the HTS forces came in, and that's changed. But Syria should be careful. With all of this now, the case is very fluid. It can lead to an international terrorist bazaar, because I already hear people like Al Qaeda are already making incursions, because this guy used to be part of the Al Qaeda IC Islamic State bloc. This Jawani guy, the leader of HTS. So we should also be careful. And I also hear now fighting are not escalated because they are attacking some Kurdish people. Americans too are taking preliminary strikes out of them because they don't want terrorists to be able to come in there. So it's still very fluid, and that's why the best solution, I would think, whatever these HA rebels are going to do, they should ensure that people go to the elections quickly in Syria so that at least they can get the democratically elected government. The prime minister is still running things, Chelani, but the quickest thing they should do is get that, because if you leave this matter to be fluid for long, then it's going to open up an uprising.
Exactly.
And also don't forget that there's also, sectional inclinations there. Bashar al-Assad is Alawites, and there are major different sects. So it can also be sectarian violence. So we should be careful across board, but nothing lasts forever.
Let's remain outside. Let's remain outside the country, but this time, U.S. President-elect Donald Trump has announced plans to deport all immigrants in the United States illegally over his, upcoming 4-year term. In fact, he's saying that there's this. What I'm reading now is that there is this mass deportation that will end birthright citizenship.
You see, those are the policies, right-wing policies that he was going to do. Americans have voted for Trump, and they claim that, they thought in their own delusional mind that he was not going to do all the things that he was going to do. He should go and deal with the consequences. That's just a pure and simple. So when you look at it, he has said all those things. You see, the world is going more right now. What my fear is, these were the things that led to the Second World War. If you can really describe the Second World War, when Hitler came in after President Heidenberg had grown old and the Nazi movement came in, and Hitler started toying with the idea of Mein Kampf. The first mindset was nationalism. They started looking for a pure race, alien race. There are some documents that are coming out that Hitler was so, deadly in his quest to get this pure race that any German that were infirmed and everything was sort of like a calling of the race out. So they didn't want people that had, illnesses in their body. So they called them, which pretty much means they killed them off. And they felt that the Jewish blood was a contaminated blood. And guess what? Hitler didn't just do it. There were books that supported that school of thought then, which was inimical to the growth of the world. And they didn't just do it alone. They also did it with media. That's why I tell people, be watchful. You can see like what Trump is doing with media now. Like of Joe Rogan podcast, all that podcast. They did it with media. You know who they did it then? There's a man called Father Coughlin. But when I read up about it, they are one of the biggest radio shows in America. American population was over 150 million then. Father Coughlin show used to reach over 30, 40 million. And he was an agent of German Nazism party. He used to go on the radio in America and then say that Jewish bankers were the problem, that they were like the Antichrist, that they would be the one to rule the world. This man is supposed to be a Catholic priest, but he was spreading hate. So be careful about Twitter handles that spread hate on Twitter, that do all sorts of things. That say, it must be from our pure race. As I went for that Coughlin there, he was saying that in his foreign account, he had $14 million that he had collected from the Germans. So be careful. Trump and his agents also spreading nationalism. But you should be careful because we must have a world that is inclusive. I am not saying undocumented immigrants should not be dealt with, but also there should be a path to making them documented. And that's what the Democratic Party had put forward, which is the Dreamer Plan, where most of these people that came from, homes that were not good or countries, but they got on the path to citizenship because these people want to add to the economy. I'm not saying you should not kick out gangs and all of that,
but he's talking about illegal illegal migrants.
But that's the explanation I'm making
Illegal.
now. But that's the explanation I'm making now. People can come into a country as an illegal migrant and become legal over the years. Most Nigerians that you see that are citizens of America, say, how did they come? Is it not to come in through a certain way? And they stayed back and they perfected their paper. So, and that's why the Americans started something called the Dreamer movement, where the Dreamer bill, in fact, it's a bill, an act of parliament where people can now gradually go through the process. Not everybody will go through a legal, not everybody will have all the money to migrate through a legal. So that's inclusion. As at the time that the Jewish people first came to America, the likes of Einstein and the likes and all of that, what was their documentation like? But it was because of the emergency of the situation. So America has constantly been built on the friendship and the concord of all sorts of races coming to add to the economy. And that's why I don't support the policy of defeatedness. But those that voted Trump thinking he was not going to do this, he was not going to change his mind. That's just it. And he's got nothing to lose because he just got 4 years in there. That's just it. So,
and you never liked him anyway.
I'm sorry, but I mean, this your talk of never like. I don't like a man that is divisive. It's against my value. Do you understand what they call value system? Do you understand what they call value system? There's no way my value can ever align with Trump. I work on a value basis.
Okay.
A man that is divisive, a man that abuses women, a man that abuses downtrodden people in society, a man that says all sorts. My value system can never align with him. No. That's just it.
Okay.
I'm sorry. With you respect,
can
your value system align with a criminal, a fraudulent person, that like Anini? Can you sell a fraudulent person to the world? This is the same man that sold a false Roof's Trump University and never came of life, so he want my value system to align. No, because he's populist. See, because the things he says aligns with what a lot of people want to hear and what they want done, does not mean he, as a character, has a value system that should be appreciated. So I can never align with him. I'm sorry.
Okay.
My value system. So this talk you talk that you never like the lost cause. I can never. There's no way. It doesn't align with my value system because it's going to be a contravention. If me come and say, oh, support Trump, not take into cognizance his value system, it's going to be against the grain of all the things I believe in. That we should be kind to people, we should be positive, we should build a good society, be fair to people.
Okay, let's quickly come back to Nigeria because of our time. Now, Pharaoh TB's case, protesters, are daring the police and they are insisting they will go ahead with the rally in Ekiti State.
Let me give you an important update about this case. Apart from the protest, it has now been discovered. I don't know if you read the article by Chidon Khan that the law at which the first charge in Pharaoh TB does not exist in the Ekiti State criminal law. I also had to read through the Crusade criminal law yesterday. There is no section that talks about criminal defamation or libel. In fact, the only section that talks about anything related to a publication is section 70, where it talks about, bringing public praise through a publication. And that's not criminal defamation or libel. In fact, I went one step further, to call the governor of Ekiti State while that law was passed. And he told me the presence of passing law that they didn't have a need to be able to put defamation on all of that. Because when you also look at it, don't antecedents as a civil rights struggle person. I had an extensive conversation. So, number one, it shows that the judicial system is intact. What's the procedure at which a magistrate could remand Dele Pharaoh TB in prison for a law that does not exist in the States, criminal law? And that was why I probably think the sense. That's why they quickly went to file another charge at the Federal High Court now. But a magistrate that breached procedure denied Dele Pharaoh TB bail for a law that does not exist in the criminal law book. How about that for instance? That's Nigeria for you. So, kudos to Professor, I think, Anselm Chidiozi Kalu and all the great people that have been looking at the case and all of that. So, the first question we should now ask is, how do you charge a man? You drove him all the way. The so-called police said he got a warrant to go and arrest a man from Ekiti. They came to Lagos cavalierly, Nicodemously docked around, tried to arrest him, and picked him up and took him all the way as against his wish to Ekiti for a law that doesn't exist. So the police has broken the law because the law doesn't exist. The justice too has broken the law because the law does not exist in the Ekiti criminal record criminal laws act of 2021. And I didn't just do that. I put all the front page of that law out on my Twitter yesterday. And I said, let's debate it. It doesn't exist. I've read through that thing, Bali to Bali. It doesn't exist. So you can see that Dele Farotimi, as the book implies, Nigeria and this criminal judicial system was right.
Okay.
So in fact, I think Dele Farotimi, when he finally gets out of it, he already has an introduction to write for another book. That book must have it is already a worldwide bestseller, but it must have a part 2.
We'll bet another book.
Yes, and this must be the starting of that book. Because how can you charge somebody went all the way, police went to pick him for a law that does not exist? Do you know what that talks about our nation? And thanks to Professor Chidion in Kalu that opened our eyes to that. My brother, have a good one.
Thank you so much for talking to us this morning. Have a great day today. Yeah. Everyone, listen to this. Now, the House of Representatives has introduced a bill seeking a 5-year tenure for the Chief Justice of Nigeria. And of course, the President of the Court of Appeal. 5 years. 5 years. Reps are proposing a 5-year term for CJN and others. And of course, Supreme Court decentralization. What do you think, everyone? What do you think? There are some major stories that we couldn't touch on this morning. I wanted Rufai to also touch on this idea, this statement by Akume, saying that the North should wait till 2031. You go tough, seriously. I'll touch on that story, everyone. I'll touch on that story quickly, then I will get to open up the studio lines so we can talk. Okay, now, Secretary to the Government of the Federation, Senator George Akume, has advised former Vice President Atiku Abubakar and other northern politicians aspiring for the presidency to exercise patience until 2031, asserting that the region's turn for the nation's top seat is not in 2027. He also has appealed to Nigerians to allow the bills to scale through required legislative processes, stating that the bills were well envisioned for Nigerians. The SDF emphasized that the reforms are in the best interest of Nigeria and the citizens. But basically, what I want to mention there is the fact that he said that the Northerners, so not only Atiku, the North should wait till 2031. And I can hear someone say, these guys are daring North. Let's get to the phone lines. Let's talk about it, everyone. 0700 903 903 903 is the number to call. 0700 903 903 and 903. WhatsApp 081 081-717-56338. If you want to reach me from outside Nigeria, just use the WhatsApp number so it'll be easy for you. Is that good? All right. First, move away from your radio set if you must call me. First, move away from that radio or turn down the volume completely before you call. 60 seconds for everyone. Mind what you say on the national radio. In other words, be civil. Okay? My name is Jude. This is Front Page Review on Voice of the People 90.3 FM. Let's begin, everyone, with what we have. Okay, who is this now? Hello, good morning to you. Hello, good morning. Are you there? Good morning. Oh, okay. I think you have to call back, okay? Please do call back.
Hello?
Okay. Hello, good morning.
Yes, I can hear you.
Good morning.
This is Tikan calling you from the Solar Kingdom.
Welcome.
Yes, I will get back for us, and I'm never the only worker for about one. It is because of what the bottom is bringing out. People think the bottom has no value. Now, I want to say, if the North will wait, I think they will need to wait beyond that 30-31. Because of why? Yes. If you add all the value, all the time they have been in aims of their faith to this country, what benefit and what value does it add to the North in particular and Nigeria in general? We are still having numbers of the dropout children from the school over there. We have insecurity, we have bandits. Benue can no longer go to the farm to produce food because we know them to be the food basket of the nation. It is because of the insecurity of the land that caused all this one. I think they should even wait because if at all Tinubu go after 2027, if he have the opportunity to grab and run away, it will be 8 years. And after that 8 years, it will be the turn of the Southeast, whether anybody likes it or not. And if eventually they get it, they will also go for another 8 years. So they will rather wait more than that 30-31. What I should even advise them is that they should go back to the drawing board. Make sure their children go back to school, educate their people, both women, children, and every other people, and then prepare for maybe the next 20 or 30 years is to think of coming back to power. Again, it is very sad for the president of the INEC, let me call him so, because whatever he decides is what we are having. After he conducted the 2023 election, what did he say? He said Nigerians should go to court. And it's because we are not giving the treatment that the former Minister of Transport was saying. We are not stoning them. We are not going them. How can somebody who collected over 400 billion promise Nigerians to conduct free, fair election could not do that? He's now having the mouth to say that,
Thank you.
Because of what the Ghana take over what Nigeria was doing. Was there any breaches in the election in Ghana? Did anybody support that region not to vote? It is a shame. It should better just keep quiet and enjoy his loot. Thank you.
Thank you so much. All right. Hello. Good morning.
Can you do that? Good morning. This Monday morning.
Good morning to you.
Mr. Ben from Ada.
Welcome.
Can you do that? Concerning this Ghana 2024 presidential election, Ghana Jollof is sweeter than Nigerian Jollof. It is Ghana 1, Nigeria 0. Ghana did not learn it. Maybe itself Ghana learn from country moves. Maybe that is what we are talking about. Let me talk about this star. That's the phone. You see the stars? The only problem I see, there are two problems. Number one is the private sector that will collect the tax. The FIRS will not collect tax. So even governors, local government will not collect tax. So what I'm advising them, and they gave 6 weeks to review for public opinion. My own opinion is that we should go back to TSA, Treasury Single Account. Jonathan established that Bulgarian came and abolished, so that everybody will transfer his money to federal account. We don't need an independent body. We are suspecting to be Alpha Delta to collect our money. It is so massive. The whole nation, all our wealth. Nobody will checkmate them. So we want Treasury Single Account. Let everybody pay money there. Import it there. NNPC pay it there. Let the FIRS receive a lot. Let them people send their receipt to them. Then they give all the people that the certificates to prove. We don't want anybody to come and be camouflaging, covering on with something. And this one another clause I see in the reform bill is that VAT will be increasing from 7% to 10% to 15% to 2%. You will receive NEPA bill now, you will see VAT 50%, which means the NEPA bill is 100,000. You will pay 150, maybe 50,000 will be for VAT. 50% of it is VAT, which is 50,000. So they should stop deceiving also. They should just remove it. The Niger Delta, they employ helicopter, private jet, and the armored vehicle. When Tambolo catch thieves, and having vessel to take away, it is the Navy that will come and they threatening Tambolo that if you near this vessel, we will waste your boys in the sea. That is what they used to tell them. And Tambolo will be making call until they will allow them to arrest the vessel. They should not tell us why dollar is coming down. Why is it coming down? Where is the production? Should the other time in Kano, you told us that Algeria realized $9 billion from exportation of potatoes. Algeria and Nigeria, which country is producing potato more? Nigeria is the number one producer of potato worldwide. We have the best potatoes here. Only potato, I'm not talking of yam, cassava, I'm not talking of everything we have in this country. Only potato. Algeria realized $9 billion. What is Nigeria producing? They are pampering terrorists that are in the forest, that are killing our farmers, collecting tax and revenue from them, making it impossible for them to access their farmland. And
Thank you, Ben.
even what we eat, we cannot produce. Even people that manage to produce, they cannot transport it. Why is dollar coming down? They are still. Let me make this point. People still go to CBN with their location and buy dollars. The capas, they go to CBN and buy dollars. That is why dollar is expensive now. Why is it that if you need $1 billion from Aboki, he will send it to you? Nobody is buying dollars from commercial banks. It is from Aboki, everybody is buying dollars. And all these Aboki, they represent Tapas in Abuja. So they should stop corruption plus corruption plus corruption. That is what this government is embedded with. If Nigeria election had gone the way of Ghana election, we will not be suffering this thing. I'm telling you, the people that are championing this nation will not be in office.
All right, thank you, Ben. I appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you. All right, thank you. Thank you. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning. Can be Judy.
Good morning.
How are you this morning?
I'm fine. What's your name?
My name is Mayor from Texas.
Okay.
Let me start from the general election. It's so shameful that our so-called political office holders or appointees or whatever they call themselves, they have no shame. Like Annie came out telling us we should go and Ghana should come and get what a shame. What a shameless utter that what he did last year, he called it election. It's so shameful. That is why the country has become a laughing stock. That in Nigeria, you go. Look at what happened in the United States. That people will vote and elections will count. A man that's supposed to be in jail, Mahmoud is supposed to be prosecuted for this infamy. He's telling us. Shame on him. Shame on him and his team. On Professor Odinkalo and this man on his celebrations about the case going on in Egypt. They're just making the man that they are prosecuting and they made him a hero. Because this book, like you said, is going to have part 2 and part 3. And all the illegalities and something that has happened in our judicial system will now come to the whole world will know what has happened. Even this one this infamy that happened last year from tribunal to Supreme Court, people will hear about it. And that is what God has a way of exposing them. Then on Akume, I think I support the man that said it as well, not to wait for that 20 years. Because they have not used their listing properly. They should wait because the Easterners must have a test of this presidency, or some of that maybe they will allow them to go and form their own. That is it. Then CJN and the 5-year tenure. This is just the extension of this. Like Tinubu succeeded in extending IGP's just to favor one man. He passed about police bill or whatever the act they call it. Now it's not the turn of CJN. So that this future man will do his bidding into the terminal. Let's see how we go. Whether they are the owner of this country. Let's see how we go. Let them continue.
Thank you.
Our leaders will continue to mess up at the national assembly. Thank you. Have a nice day.
Appreciate you. Have a nice day too. Hello. Good morning.
Hello. Good morning.
Good morning.
Jude, how are you?
I'm fine.
Okay, my name is Peter Omanse from Shomolu.
Welcome.
See, whether the Chief Justice of Nigeria will spend 2 years or 3 years, my own is that a sitting president should not have any hand in appointing the Chief Justice of Nigeria. That is just the way, whatever they want to do with the electoral reform bill, I think that should be number one thing. INEC chairman, Chief Justice of Nigeria, Inspector General of Police, the chief in the army, all those chiefs should not be appointed or have any connection with the sitting president. Because the way judiciary is, by my reckoning, is like judiciary today has become a legal department of APC. That whatever APC wants is what they do. So, judiciary for me is not actually independent as of today. And the way I'm looking at it, by appointing somebody, you cannot give that person an independence. So by appointing the judiciary personnel or officers, judiciary can never be independent. They are like employees to the executive, and they do the biddings of their paymaster or their employer. That's just on that. On the Ghana election, like Mahmoud Yakubu is trying to, and thank God Rufai asked the question I had in mind. How many times did they experience clicking? And how many times did they have some people telling others not to come out and vote? How many times did they have situations where, yes, they might have been snatching of the ballot papers or whatever? But let them tell me, the leaders in that election ask people to go to court. Did they have anything their constitution say and they come to change it? Like in Abuja, that was not a state before. But because somebody must be in power, they now say Abuja is like a state. It's not much. You see, and then I want to ask, finally, in Ghana election, is there any part of the international observers that condemn that election and call it names? Because what we had in Nigeria, international observers told us that our election lacked credibility, our election lacked transparency, that our election was the worst, it was not supposed to be upheld. Was there that kind of a verdict concerning Ghana election? Nigeria has fallen. I am telling you, see, the day a madman knows that he's mad, that's the day the madness is finished. The day Nigeria says, like Mahmoud Yakubu would accept that in May of 2023 election, that's the day we will start to have credible election in Nigeria. But kidnapping right for yourself when you are wrong will not take us anywhere. God bless you. Have a beautiful day.
Bless you too. Thank you so much for calling. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
My name is Enos, calling from Amu.
Welcome.
Good morning. Yeah.
Welcome.
Please, first of all, this the who said the Northern should wait till 30-31. That is very valid statement. They should wait. Atiku and others should wait. This is time for South. Let them hold on. Let South finish their 8 years as North did. Either President Tinubu win or either P2B, either any other Nigeria, Southern people come out and win. It's better. We are all South. Let them not rush us. They should not rush South. And for Dele himself, many people are now shouting, Dele, Dele, Dele. What of tomorrow? They decided now, see the reason. Maybe through this place he went to now. You now found himself, feel that, I am making a mistake since before. It's not only in Labour or supporting P2B can Dele be on the round table to make Nigeria better. It can also be in the same round table with Bola Ahmed Tinubu. By joining APC, maybe from there he can now make a good advice to Tulumbu to make Nigeria a better country. Because my people say that the people cannot bite too far away. You have to come closer to somebody before you bite him. So I will advise Dele himself. All these things you wrote in your paper, maybe if he cannot defend it, it may be true. But you are not there when these things happen. He cannot bring the evidence that these things happen. But it may be true. So if you are looking left and right, see that it's not easy. The best thing, he told the line of, you see, Daniel Bala that is left from PDP now to APC. Wike that is between APC and the PDP middle. Or the current Minister of Aviation. Formerly, he used to say against this current government or something like that. Now he's standing with them. And what they call it also, the other man, is it Kenneth Okonkwo? Tulumbu should bring these people on board. Because their voices are so sweet, they can market whatever he's doing. Tulumbu, maybe for now, he doesn't have a good marketer. So when these people come closer, including Dele, they can market him. People will see what Tulumbu is doing, whether it's good or bad. That's what I advise Mr. President.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Thank you so much for calling. Appreciate you. All right, let's go here. Hello, good morning.
Brother, how are you?
I'm fine. Good morning.
Well done, work.
Thank you.
Yeah. Please, we are not even about daily. I want to talk about daily. We are not talking about politics here. We are talking about the law. The law. How can they arrest somebody for a law that doesn't exist? And now they are looking for another law to cover up. It's not normal. It's not normal. Our judiciary and the police should do the right thing. This is the reason why a lot of people are languishing in jail. A lot of innocent people are in jail for what they did not know. They did not even know the reason why they are in jail. We have to be ashamed of ourselves as big as we are. Ghana cannot do this. Why should they arrested somebody from Lagos and take him to Ekiti, where the law in question is nowhere to be found? It's not normal. Let us do the right thing. We're not talking about policies, joining somebody. That is not what we are saying. Let the government do it. Let the judiciary, the law of Nigeria, be interpreted as they are supposed to do. Thank you. God bless you this morning.
Bless you too for calling. Appreciate you. Voice of the People 90.3 FM. Yeah. Welcome, everyone. In case you just tuning in. Welcome, okay? Hello, good morning. Uh-oh, sorry about that. Please do want to call back if you can. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Voice of the People 90.3 FM. Okay, now let me touch on something for you, everyone. The Farotimi case, right? The Take It Back movement has vowed to go ahead with its planned protests in Ekiti, Lagos, Abuja, London, and even Canada, following the detention of human rights lawyer Dele Farotimi over defamation charges. They will go ahead and nothing will happen. That's what they're saying. Now, the group insisted this despite a directive by the Ekiti State Police Command banning unlawful gatherings, demonstration, and of course the sale and use of fireworks across the state, citing concerns over public safety and security threats. In a statement signed by the state police spokesperson Abutu Sunday on Friday, the command said any form of unlawful gathering, demonstration, or protest is unacceptable, adding that intelligence reports indicated plans by some individuals to exploit protests to incite violence and create panic. But in an interview with the newsman, the national coordinator of Take It Back movement, Juwon, insisted that the police lacked a legal basis to ban peaceful protests. That is it. And so they're saying protest organizers are daring police and they are insisting on Ekiti rally. Let's see how it goes. Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Can you give my brother?
Good morning. Good morning.
See, in Nigeria, I'm also in Lagos here. Even I swear, by tomorrow morning I will be there. Just me. Are you hearing me?
Mm-hmm.
I know Juwon. I know Soweto. I know many people where we gather in the Jota here. So I mean a lot of people. So for police issue, they are criminal. Even for a quarter year, people they ready something. So that is they pay them. They are in criminality, engagement in criminality. Even you can ask anybody whether the judiciary is working. My brother, this government take us through that we cannot do anything. By the time Nigeria will rise against them, especially police, it will be like cancer.
Okay.
Since they are human beings, like us, living like us, they also have family living among us. Their wives, their children, we are playing together. If you can know truly
they are our friends. Because people know there's not a friend. They're not our friends. The way they are doing people, collect people money anyhow. Take president money, then take exactly 1 month to 7 years. Drop one of other man, put inside motor because of money. They carry the man and the machine go. When the man come back, the man say they collect 50,000 for the yan. They are here. Just like that.
Right. Okay.
Now, brother, in this country, I said that Balola look at the age 95. There's nothing you want to claim before he died. A day will come. This is the day that somebody will come and wrote something against after Balola. The minister is not working. We see lawyer, big motto, big them. They increase their salary. Minimum wage. We ask federal government to pay minimum wage. The time is now. The protest is going to happen in Lagos here. Anything can happen. To take it like that.
Thank you. Let's leave it there. Thank you so much. Thank you. Everyone, it's 8 a.m. already. This is VOP. I want you to listen to this.
God Almighty is set to change your story and put a new song in your mouth. Christ Holy Church International, aka Nation Builders, Odoziobodo, presents 2024 Annual Convention and Christmas Concert. Theme, It Is Well. Ministering His Eminence, the Most Reverend Dr. Daniel Oko, General Superintendent, Christ Holy Church International, and President, Christian Association of Nigeria. Date, Wednesday, 11th December 2024. Time, 10 a.m. Convention service and 5 p.m. Christmas concert. Venue, Delta State Christian Center, Asaba, Delta State. Come and be blessed through the word, prayer, worship, and high praises unto God. Jesus, the same, yesterday, today, and forever.
You see, when you look at the West, Europe and the US and all that, you come to find out that the leadership there are people whose values are different from what we have here. The leaders are not thinking of owning properties all over the world. Go to Dubai, buying like primitive acquisition. They'll buy houses in Dubai, buy in UK, buy in the US, buy in the Caribbean. It's a cost. If you go to their houses, you see not less than 20 to 30 vehicles, and they enjoy it. They like moving in convoy of not less than 20, 30 vehicles at a time, so that they will be the people that are calling the shots. In US, if you are a governor of, let me give you an instance like California, which is the richest state in the US. You as a governor, if you dare put on convoy, you will not stay more than 24 hours in that office as governor of of California. You cannot.
If I advise his brother, the president, talk no be food, David Zikwaja, saying that. Okay, OC Morale, thank you so much. Appreciate you for that message. Chidi from Oshodi, Nigeria. When will corruption, injustice, and tribalism evaporate from the landscape? When rain fall, come down, it will evaporate, go up. Yeah, okay. George is now talking about survival of his political gang, but he has been silent concerning the killing of his people in Benue State, Abi. You are right, sir. What's your name? Amechi from Mafuluku. Thank you. I never heard George Akume condemn the killing of Benue people. That he has been vindicated. When we look at the police and judiciary has handled his case so far, our INEC chairman is hardened and has lost conscience. That's why he can compare his shenanigan. Nigeria is in need of decent intervention. May God save our land. Thank you. Let me touch on the last one. Good morning. Shame on the INEC chairman Mahmoud. In a working country, by now, Yakubu should be in jail. Shame, shame, shame is what you said. I will start taking calls again, everyone. Feel free to call in if you have the time to do that. If you can still do that. Check your time now. It's 8:11 a.m. This is Front Page Review on Voice of the People 90.3 FM. My name is Jude. Ikami Jude. Move away from your radio set or turn down the volume. Good morning to you.
Mr. Jude, good morning. This better morning.
Good morning.
This is Trumpet.
Sound it.
I proceed, sir. Yeah. Telling the North for them to wait for, 2031 is not my concern. My concern in that issue is that what Atiku is still looking for as the president has what? Going to 80 years or 81 years. What are he still looking for there? So this old papa, they are not thinking of, moving youth along, taking youth along, using youth to replace them on that seat. So they are not thinking of good thing for the youth of this country. And they'll come out and say that youth are leaders of tomorrow. If you are 100 years, 90 years, you still want to be on seat as a president. You're supposed to be a father, sit down. Train the youth for them to do the things right. Not the old men that are there. If you check all the old men that are there, youth are there no human being. So now, I want to advise some parents the way they watch over their children, mostly the little ones. See that child from Port Harcourt, my brother, to Abuja. It's not God. It's not the grace of God. That child have gone. I want parents for them to monitor their children, mostly this season. We have 22 days or thereabout for this year to go off. But this is the time some group of demon-sucking bloodhood, they are replacing, some of them are renewing their sacrifice, doing a lot of things with human blood. So few parents are beggar. Please, make una watch una children. Forget business, forget anything for now. This season, watch your children closely. Know where their children are. Don't trust anybody as uncle or sister to your children. Take care of your children for these few days, for this season, so that 2025, you will be happy to cross over there. I rest my case here today. You are blessed.
Trumpet, I want to say thank you so much for that advice to parents. Thank you. Thank you.
God bless you.
God bless you too. Yeah.
Confirm.
He blew the trumpet. He blew the trumpet. He blew the trumpet. VOPFM. Hello, good morning.
Hello, Kanejide, good morning.
Good morning.
Please, I am Big Prince calling. I just want to make a quick comment concerning our young ladies and our youngsters. Please, they are special people. They are very intelligent people. But I want them to guide their youth. Let no man despise them. This issue of hookup is coming too rampant. And the intent of the person that are deceiving them, taking them elsewhere, is resulting to another thing. Please, they should be very clever and careful whatever they are going out with in this celebrating time. Please, this is my little advice to them. Then secondly, I am advising the Ohanese Ndigbo, I am advising the Eastern governors, I am advising their senators and their House of Reps to guide up their lions and start pinpointing on how the federal government can extend their hands in building railways, in building this seaport, in building international airport that will link civilization to the East. If the federal government cannot recognize or remember or hear their voice concerning this, they are shut out. I know what I'm saying because it's like they are sleeping in the chamber. All they know about is just to sponsor the bill that will make the legislator or the judiciary or the person that are here to be extended by 5 years, 10 years, so that they will have their political calculations and execute it as it's supposed to be. But in as much as civilization to East, they will not do it. After all, 50 or 60% of tax that this nation is receiving is coming from that end. Why is it they will not come together to raise their voice, shout or cry to the federal government to extend these things that is needful to the East? With railway, an Eastern man can get to Lagos within 3 or 4 hours instead of being on a road, and so on and so forth. This is my little listen to them. Please let them look into it. Thank you.
Thank you for calling. Hello.
Good
morning. Good morning.
This is Ebube from Oship.
Ebube, good morning.
Yeah. You see, on the your analyst who was talking about Trump. What business has he with America and Trump? Let him analyze something that concerns Nigeria and our president. Whenever he's saying, I hate Trump, I hate Trump, what has he said about our president? I don't know. Let him concentrate in what concerns us and not what concerns other countries that are doing well. That is number one. Number two, concerning the North, saying that somebody saying that the North should wait for 2031. It's unfortunate. Had it been the Igbo people know their stand, they will know that we don't belong here. And those who does not want us to go, they should begin to think twice. That's my take this morning.
Thank you so much. Appreciate you. Hello, good morning.
Hello.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah. This is Godfrey calling from Lagos.
Okay.
Hello, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
There is the premier that I want to beg you.
Hello?
Hello? Hello?
Oh my God. Okay. Hello, good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Hi.
Yeah.
This is Adisa calling from Oseni.
Okay.
All right, thank you. Yeah, my contribution this morning is that I will always make my argument to always be local. Because I see many of the callers, you always focus on the federal government at every point in time. Now, please, I want to make a rhetoric about there's a road construction that is going on in Isolo down to Japonde Gate. And this road was awarded by Fashola when he was Minister of Works, about 11 point something billion naira. And you'll be surprised the type of little adjustment they use in expanding that road. Each of the sites that was added, I don't think is even up to 3 meters. In order for that road to contain standard 2-lane on both sides, I don't think it's achievable. And this is a federal road. That is on that aspect. Now, the Lagos State government is constructing a road from Ijegun down to Ijagemo. They are doing a fantastic job. I'm not campaigning for the state government, but they are doing that road very, very well. But when I passed through that road on Saturday, I overheard from someone that road is going to be interlocked. And then I think our state government, or let me say Lagos State government, are still getting some things wrong. Nigeria in general, we are bad road users. I hope the state government are listening to this station. Nigeria in general, we are bad road users. And over the times, my own opinion is that the state government, particularly Lagos State government that has the money to finance this road, should embark on a concrete reinforcement road. Somebody did it at Brown Junction in Oshodi. And if you look at that Brown Street, that road is not going to last not less than 40, 50, 60 years. The same thing, somebody did it in Ladipo Market, for these market people where they sell spare parts. If you go into Ladipo Market, you will see that even if these guys bought a big trailer, V16 engine, and hit it on the ground, that ground will remain the way it is. These are roads we are supposed to be constructing. Lagos State government should do away with bitumen. Bitumen we are supposed to be for streets and local roads. Most of the state roads that trailer, trucks, every duty vehicle will be applying, Lagos State government was supposed to embark on concrete enforcement road. How I wish the state government would be listening this morning, as a matter of urgency, because what I heard on that Ijegun road, straight down to Jagemo, is that road is going to be interlocked. Already, they are doing the surfacing. I believe before the end of this week or by next week, I know by this December, they will start that interlock. I wish the state government can change their mind. Okay. That road is supposed to be concrete reinforcement road.
All right.
Honestly speaking.
Thank
and
you.
let me make my last point, please. before I go, please.
Right.
I still want to insist on all the points I used to make each time I call your station. That I still insist that if you can have a contact to Alimosho or IBA, LCDA or Ojo local government, I still insist from that Ijebu straight down to Ijademo, more than over 200 streets. I cannot see one single street that was constructed by the local government chairman. This call for urgency, because how can a local government chairman be in an area and you cannot pinpoint on a street, one or two or three streets that is constructed by a local government chairman? We should be local in our discussion because we focus too much on the center. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Everyone, check your time. It's time to go. Okay? It's time to go. I'll be here by 10:30 to continue this conversation. Everyone, join me. Okay? My name is Jude. Ikami Jude. This is Voice of the People, 90.3 FM. On social media, I am Ikami Jude. IKAMIJUDEH. I'm out of here. It's going to be a bright, sun-shining day. And Jimmy Cliff is going to tell us that. I'm out of here. See you 10:30. Good morning, dear.
Please note, the views and opinions expressed on